Hi, I am Ashley Simone and this is Foodgasm. Today we're gonna go south and choose summer, which I love, but I'm talking about catfish. And not that fried old boring catfish, but blackened catfish with a mango salsa. Boy, do I love mangoes. And I am very fortunate because I live right around the corner from a supermercado that has fresh mangoes all the time. It's fantastic. Now, for the mango salsa, there's a special way to cut the mango. You can cut it by peeling it, which is fine, but I like to cut off one part of it and slice in one direction. Be very careful you don't poke through the skin. Like that, and then you switch it the other direction to make little cubes. And woohoo! And then all you have to do is just scrape it off. For this recipe, I used probably about 2 mangoes. Put that together. Get a bowl and dump the mango in. I'm gonna assemble everything together to make my mango spicy salsa. Put my red peppers in. Jalapenos for a little bit of kick. Some orange juice, just add a little bit of that. Brown sugar for a little extra sweetness. You don't have to use brown sugar, you can do it by itself if you've got really sweet mangoes, or put some honey if you prefer. And some cilantro. Okay, that's about right. Now it's time to put a little of that oyster sauce and then make some juice. All right, there, not too much unless you like it really hot, and you can always make it a little hotter. And we've got a fresh lime here. Woohoo! My favorite juicer. This is great because it's for lemons or for limes. Look at how easy that is. I like a little extra lime, so I'm gonna do a whole one. That is good. Okay, let's mix that together. And we'll need a little extra salt. Not too much. There we go. Dash. That looks really good. Now we're going to set that aside and let that macerate and all the flavors come together. Next, and a very important part of the blackened catfish is the blackening seasoning. Got some dried oregano, dried thyme, a little chili powder there, some roasted chipotle powder, onion, some garlic, paprika. And this is a smoky paprika. You can use regular. The smoky gives it a nice smoky flavor to the fish. Got some cayenne, a little black pepper. Depending on your salt level, you can add just a dash, and I don't want to overdo it, so there we go. And mix that together. Ooh, spicy. All right, I think we're ready to go. I have to go catch that fish. Woo! There we go, but something that's very important is to wash the fish. People don't realize that, to kind of get some of that nasty stuff off. Like you wash your vegetables, you want to make sure it's nice and clean and pat it really dry. There we go. Okay, make sure it's nice and dry. When you put it on that grill, you don't want to have any excess water. There's one. And there's 2. Boy, I am working up an appetite going fishing for these catfish. All right, now let's go to that griddle. Gonna get that fire going. You can use a saute pan if you want, but I want to make sure you have a little bit of grease in the pan, make sure the fish doesn't stick. So I am going to lube up and grease my griddle. Be careful if you're doing this with the flame on so you don't burn yourself. Alrighty. While that is heating up, because you want to make sure when you're doing fish to make sure that griddle or that saucepan or that fry pan, anything you're using, is nice and hot. Depending on how spicy you like your fish, you can put just a little seasoning or you can put a lot. So that's a personal preference. I kind of like a medium spicy for mine. You want to season both sides of the fish. A little bit more for this side. And if you have extra, that's great, but you know what? I'm going to put it all on mine. A little extra kick. There we go. Make sure you've got it covering all of the fish. Now it's time to fry these puppies up. Catfish number 1. Hear that sound. Catfish number 2. Now it's gonna, depending on the thickness of the catfish, 2 to 4 minutes on each side. Ooh, that looks great. Another 3 or 4 minutes and they should be done. Now it's time to take that catfish off the griddle. That looks great. All right, there we go. So you can serve it as a full fillet if you like. I like to make it pretty and plate it really nice. So I'm just gonna give it a quick diagonal cut in half. Be very careful because the fish can easily flake. There we go. Put one piece down, because adding height to a dish makes it really pretty and very much has a lot of eye appeal. Great, and here's the second dish. This is for my friend. It's gonna be so good. Now put a little of the fresh mango on top. This mango salsa looks so good. And a little drizzle around. There, a little on the side. Lots of color, lots of spice, very fresh and fruity, kind of like me. Now time for the tasting. A little bite of the fish, a little bite of the salsa. Ooh, so good. A little bit of that sweet and spicy taste all mixed together is just fantastic. I am Ashley Simone and this is Foodgasm. I hope you've enjoyed yourself just as much as I did. And remember, food is love. Mwah.